We want revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check, complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm, and tonight I have with me Jennifer, the Mafia Wars loot lady, and Jana, Mig Death by Gucci.
Hello.
Hello. Wow.
You got a special growl at the end of your name.
Wow. How you feeling, Pete?
I'm alright. A little bit of a cough here and there, but I'm doing much better. So,
Good. Good.
Did,
Everybody's sick around here.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
My son tried to play sick Friday, and I sent him on to school, and then I said,
sent
they
him
would
home.
call me if you were sick. I promise you. No, they won't. Come noon, you need to come get him.
Aw.
All right.
Uh,
He really didn't seem sick, and he hasn't all weekend, so
ah.
he just got lucky. Got out of show and tell anyway.
He played the sympathy card with the school nurse.
Yeah, and it's a holiday weekend, so we get a long weekend.
Yeah, that's true. My
Oh, yeah, it
brother
is
always-
President's Day.
Yeah, it's President's Day, so some of us get holidays.
So that means Zingo probably won't come to work on Monday.
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably
they
won't
really-
fix their glitches.
They
They
need,
need
to
to
be
yeah.
there.
There's much work to be done. No time for a holiday.
We no time for play.
No.
They love when I point out their problems over the weekends.
Well, everything just falls apart worse during the weekends.
That's when everybody gets together and says, what can we try to break today?
Mm-hmm. What have
'Cause
they this
They
week?
probably have sabotagers that work there.
Just job security.
Yeah. Well, I would think with everything you read about how poorly they're treated, there's got to be some people there with animosity.
You would think so.
Or people that just like to mess with people.
Who is
Mhm.
this animosity you speak of?
It exists. It's in the water, actually.
It's in the Zingo
The
water.
Kool-Aid.
Well, I read a few things before they went with their IPO that they were told they had to give back some of their shares or they would be fired.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stuff like that. I could see people sticking around and wanting to wait for their perfect time to screw them over.
I thought the idea was to sell your stocks quickly before it completely went under.
Well, that's what the analyst said to do.
Because it's
But
gone
I-
under now.
I don't know. The things I've read lately, they're making a profit. They're just not, the shares aren't holding, but they're at a decent rate, I believe.
Yeah, they're just not stable. I don't know. It's a mess. Everything's a mess over there.
Mm,
Mhm. Did they fix the one glitch yet?
nope.
Nope.
The one we've been talking about on every single show.
That we were going to talk about until they fix it?
Yeah. No, but I did see a comment that said, tick tock, just wait. And I know a few
From
of
them?
No, I think I get comments every now and then, and I know a few of the developers will make anonymous comments because I know people that know them and will say, hey, that was so and so. And so when I saw that comment, I said, I bet it's from one of those devs. Or it could have just been somebody trying to create
Scare 'em.
panic.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the people that use the glitch should be scared.
Was it the three blind mice? Because I think that's who's leading the development team. Tick
Well,
tock,
then
tick tock.
they couldn't
running up their
read.
clock.
Uh-huh.
My
What
blog's
a-
not in Braille.
You're going to have to get somebody on that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
But I don't think they could ignore that.
no, I don't think they need to keep ignoring it because it's frustrating.
It's pissing a lot of people off. I get asked still every day by the same group of people.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And Ike, how many times has Ike asked us if it got fixed yet?
And he's been on vacation.
I know. Every time he comes to Skype, he'll sneak in there from his phone. Did they fix that glitch yet? Gotta go.
Back to the beach. Oh, that sucks. Well, they need to do something. So hopefully next time I ask, they will have.
Yep.
I don't know.
Would
Yeah.
hope.
Wishful thinking. Mm-hmm. Well, Pete, what's up this week with you? With Ike gone?
Well, Ike's back now, actually, as a matter of fact. So we'll probably start ramping up some stuff again. And inventory group should have been updated to support the new loot from the wars and stuff like that. We also there was a question that came across, and I think you got the question, Jenna, about using iPads and tablets and all
that
that
was
stuff.
from Mark
Yeah, it
Allen.
was-
From Mark Allen?
Yeah, from the
Okay.
wiki page and
Right.
my page.
Now, as far as I know, there is no support for Grease Monkey on iPads, which would mean that you can't use the Spock Home toolbar on an iPad. However, for a long time now, I've actually been running Spocklets or bookmarklets, whichever one you want to go calling them, on actual mobile devices. I've got a Motorola Zune, and I've been using Firefox, and I've been actually running scripts just fine. Assassinator, other ones, all perfectly fine off of my Motorola Zune. And I know it also works on the iPad too, because the iPad does have support for JavaScript, so you can run most of the scripts on the Spock Home site off of your mobile devices. Now, as far as the toolbar goes, that's a little bit trickier because there's no support in Safari or the add-ons like Firefox that you can install separately for Grease Monkey on the mobile devices that I'm aware of. And then Jen should know kind of about this. You can sync your bookmarks in your browser, which basically stores them on a server, and then it makes them available anywhere else where you resync them. So if you connect to that server off of your mobile device, then you can actually get access to all your bookmarklets all in one place. So it does make it pretty convenient to be able to get to those.
I did it directly through Chrome. You can sign in,
Right,
and if you had saved it on your old computer, it puts it on your new one.
right. And what it does is it saves it to your Chrome account.
Oh, so
which
then you can go to your
Google
mobile.
account, then it go to your
Okay.
mobile device, and then make the same connection and resync with your mobile version of Chrome, and then it will then resync all your bookmarklets to your mobile device, and then you could run them off of there. So for a long time, I've been running like Assassinator and some things like Property Manager and stuff like that off my mobile device, so that if I'm just out and about and I want to, do that quick, I can do it without having to be at a desktop machine. It's also possible that you might be able to run the toolbar, but you'd actually have to launch it every time. It wouldn't be automatic like it is when it's tied to Grease Monkey, because the toolbar itself is really just another bookmark. So, it would be possible to actually run the toolbar by launching it as a bookmark. And we'll probably look at, maybe doing something to help support that, which would then at least make all the rest of your favorites and saved stuff available through sync and things like that. So anyway, it works well.
Make it a little easier.
Yeah, but as far as anything else, it really there hasn't been a tremendous amount of change. I talked the last show about a couple of things we've got kind of brewing in the works, but we kind of wait and see where the game's kind of heading a little bit too. So far there's been nothing drastically new added to the game that would warrant like a whole new Spocklet being designed. Probably more just customizations to some of the existing stuff to better support some features of the game.
Maybe you should build like a self-destruct Zynga button or something. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a
we can add
question
the
for you.
Zynga count end of the world countdown
Yeah.
timer.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
should at a
Mayans.
time. We need another time. That'd be kind
What
of
was your
funny.
question, Jen?
This was brought up on my fan page, and somebody was asking about the battles, and I don't do enough battles. I haven't got familiar with them, so anytime there's a question, I refer to Pete. But they wanted to know, if you red ice somebody, who gets credit for the ice in the battle?
Good one.
I would think that if you technically red ice somebody, you get an ice, so then the ice would get credited to the person who actually performed the red icing.
I wonder if it gives them points though as well.
I would
think
think
that's
it
what
would,
they
because
were
it triggers
asking.
the battle ice message. I mean, even though you're red iced.
I don't know. I think you should run it with your mini fighting family thing.
Maybe I can work on that tonight.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty,
run a little test.
thinking through it, even like for when we ran the War Machine. I mean, a red ice means you're just hitting a person that you've lost to. You'd get credit.
But an ice is an ice.
Yeah, you'd get credit for your team would get credit for that ice. Now, the only problem would be, and maybe this is where the question is leading a little bit further down the line, is what happens if you ice someone to the point that you die, but when you die, who gets the ice?
That might be why there's discrepancies, because of the people that commented on that post,
Huh?
there were different things noticed. And,
Right.
you know, we just have had a hard time trying to document what really happens in these battles. And
'Cause
that might be why.
If you fight a person till you die, then technically the other team would get an ice because you've died. However, if you red ice somebody, meaning just you fought them and you've continually lost, but you've managed to get them down to the point that they're iced, you'd get credit. Your team would get credit for that ice. I mean, that's the way it works with War Machine. I can't imagine it works any different in the family battles.
Yeah, that's probably explains it.
You'll have to let us know, though, when you do your test.
Yeah, it would be worth a
Yeah.
couple of tries, to test and see. But I mean, as far as a true red ice, that means that you're just fighting a person and you're not dead yet. You're still alive. You're just fighting a person you're continually losing to. Eventually, you're going to maybe overpower them and actually take them down for the ice. But you're going to get credit for that ice. The other team's not going to get credit for it because you never died. You just iced the person while you were losing. A loss doesn't help in the point system in the battles at all, because it's not about winning or losing. It is about the ice. So if you get an ice and it's a red ice or whatever, you're going to get credit for it. If it's a kill, you're going to get credit for 2 ices, and you're going to get points accordingly.
And Nestor made a good point, too. If you ice yourself on someone, they do get the points.
And that would be the scenario that I think we were just talking about a few minutes ago, that if you iced a person to the point where you died while you were trying to ice them,
then they get it.
The other team's going to get the points, right?
Yep. So, I don't know. There's so many things about the family battle scores I wish we knew.
I know. And it's weird how, I don't know if it's different for you guys, but it seems like in our battles, there's like 1 to 4 people that get a lot of points, and then the rest of the people don't have many points.
Yeah. Well, and I think this gets back to what Nestor wanted too. It'd be really nice to be able to see, not only your ice count, but the number of times you've been iced.
Yep.
So that you've got some idea of where is the weak link on your team, and it's hard to tell. And the other thing they've got to fix is they got to figure out a better way to do the refresh on the battle screen.
Oh, I know, it's
frustrating.
Oh my God, it's horrible the number of times you click on it and just wait and wait and wait and wait for it to finally load.
And then you need to refresh again by the time it does,
I
because
know.
everything's changed.
They've got to fix that. And I mean, with all the technology that's out there and the things that they've done in other sections of the game, I know there's better ways, but
we did a 4-hour battle earlier today, and there was so much screen jumping. It was just like the old days. It was all over the place and couldn't refresh. I couldn't even see. Mafia Wars and Facebook in general this week have been doing that to me, though.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people complain about it.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was a lot worse in this battle.
Yep.
I'm on a new computer, so it all seems better to me.
Well, aren't you special?
Well, I mean, the game's not faster, but I noticed my page loads faster.
Because you don't have all that stuff on there yet.
Well, yeah, and I had an old computer, too.
Once you get 1 million blogs stored on that thing, it'll start slowing down again.
She stores it in the cloud. She's safe.
Oh, good. It's much safer in the cloud.
It's much safer. Everything's safer in the cloud.
It's safer on other servers.
Exactly.
Which I have finally, I've never used the backup server for Spockholm because I'm one of those people that think, oh, that won't happen to me. I'll never need it. And then for some reason, my Chrome wasn't saving stuff. Like it was clearing all my cookies out. So I went to run the inventory history. It wasn't there. I was like, oh my God. So now I've been using it and it's really nice. So when that does happen, I learned how to, do the sync with the server and I really have enjoyed that.
It does come in handy from time to time.
Oh yeah. I didn't think I'd ever need it. Because my stuff doesn't get removed, but Chrome got it. And I still can't. I switched to a new computer, so I thought that would take care of the problem. And for some reason, my cookies still get cleared if I shut down my computer.
It's got to be in your settings then.
And I looked at the settings, and they're all like they're supposed to be to save them. So I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll figure it out someday.
You have to call in Rebel support.
Yeah. No, I've already done that. Rebel support's pretty good though.
Efficient. It's up all night too. So
Yeah, he's always online and he always knows the answer.